Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining this new 30-minute session. Today, we are doing strength and we are adding a little bit of weight. So, if you have at home anything that looks like dumbbells or weights, you can use them. Do not worry if you don't have. You can use blocks, like what we use in yoga for blocks, like the usual stuff. Or you may laugh when I say this, but many times I tell my students to take just cans of food, like, I don't know, pea cans or like, I don't know, corn, whatever it is that you have at home, you can just grab two and use them. The idea is to add a little bit of load so we develop more strength and muscle strength, right? And more resistance. So to start, before using the weights and all of those things that I'm going to play with, we're going to start from the top of the mat and move a little bit to create a little bit of heat and also develop a little bit more of the breathing pattern that we want to develop when we do yoga. So standing at the top of your mat, press onto your heels, start toning your legs. If you can, lift your toes for a moment so you feel the engagement of the balls of your feet pushing onto the floor. And if you can, imagine you can fan your toes, make them really like spacious, and then you bring them back down. Okay. So from there, pressing a little bit heavier onto your heels. Stand tall, relax the shoulders, turn your arms so they face out. And we'll start from here, engaging the glutes, toning your belly, lifting it up towards your nose. Let's inhale, stretch, lift up. You can look up if you want. Exhaling, we bend the knees, so we take a forward fold. Inhaling, you can bring your hands to your knees or shins or thighs and lift up halfway. Open the chest there. Exhale, release. Press through the feet. Inhale, come up. And exhale back to center. Take one inhalation here. And with the exhale, you release your arms. And we'll repeat this one more time. Inhaling, stretch, an opportunity to feel the sides of the body lifting up and opening. Then we exhale for that forward fold. You can keep your knees bent and soft at all times. Inhaling, opening the chest, toning the legs. Exhaling, fold. Press through the feet. Inhale, look up. Back to the center with hands to heart. Take one inhalation again through your nose. And exhale, release the arms. Let's add a little bit more. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, fold. Take your time, right? Follow your rhythm in your breath. Inhaling halfway. This time exhale, put your hands down, send the left leg back. We are coming into a lunging position, pushing through the back heel. So feel your heel pushing back towards the wall that you have behind you. Let the front thigh sit a little deeper. Firm your hips towards one another and let your tailbone drop and lengthen the spine. One breath here. Then as you place your hands down, float your right leg back into a plank pose. With your next exhale, come all the way down. You can always use your knees first. Bring your forearms in front, push through your elbows, extend the legs and press your pubic bone down. From there, drag your arms towards your chest and the chest towards the arms and lift the chest and the chin. One inhalation here. With the exhale, bring the torso down, return with the hands under the shoulders, tuck your toes and press up. We are taking the first downward facing dog. In this one, we are trying to, again, make space in the spine, bend your knees and wiggle the hips side to side, because this is our first one. So take a few moments here to start feeling that sensation of unraveling the areas that feel a little tight. Then bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Lift your heels over your toes. Then send the hip creases up and back again. Right leg goes up. Bend your right knee so your heel comes close to your hip. Then knee to chest. We are taking a plank pose with the shoulders over the wrists. Right foot inside your right hand. Lengthen the trunk. And then with the exhale, bring the left foot forward and fold. Press firmly through your feet. Inhale, sweep up. And as we come back to center, we exhale and we take a moment for an extra breath. Good. Second side, inhaling, arms up, open the chest, exhaling, forward fold. Half lift, tone the inner legs moving back. Exhale, place your hands down. This time we send the right leg back and we push through the right heel to tone the right leg, okay? We are preparing for a plank. So hollow the belly, firm the hips, let your tailbone drop and then lengthen the spine. Then you place your hands down, float the left leg back, plank pose. I'm going to show how to come down with your knees first, okay, in case you're using that one. So knees, I'm still hollowing the belly. That means that my core is still working. I'm coming all the way down. Good. Again, I'm going to bring my forearms in front, pressing through the elbows and the hands. Then drag the arms towards you, lift the chest in between your armpits, press the pubic bone and your tailbone down. Breathe in, lifting the chest. Breathe out, exhaling, releasing hands under the shoulders, tuck your toes. Up we go one more time, down dog. If you want, like I'm showing, you can shift the weight a little bit side to side, or just stay more steady in that down dog. With feet together, we lift the heels over the toes, we push the hip creases up and back. Press into the pinky side of your hands, lift the left leg up. Bend the knee, so you bring the heel towards your hip, the knee to chest, plank, left foot forward, and we are back into that lunge like we did before. Drop the tailbone, lengthen the spine, take one breath. And then with the exhale, bring the right foot to meet the left one and fold. Push through the heels, spread your toes, come all the way up. And hands to heart. Another breath here, take one extra. And then with your exhale, you release your arms back to the standing position. Good, okay. Now we are going to take one weight. I'm coming down so I can take one weight and we're going to see. The first one that I'm going to do is just with one. So if you're using a block instead or something that you have at home, you're gonna hold it with both hands on the ends, like the block, right? It will be on the sides. And then you come onto your back and you place that weight on top of your pelvis, okay? We are going to take 10 repetitions of this. My feet are a little wider than the sitting bones. I'm relaxing the shoulder blades down and the shoulders heavy. And in this one, we are going to be working a lot hamstrings, glutes, and the hips as well. So all of that area, we want it to be toned and really working, okay? That will help the front body open up more with the support of the back. So I'm holding the weight, I'm pressing through my feet, and as I lift my hips, I'm going to take the tailbone into the back or towards the front of my pelvis, really, okay? So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then rest there for a moment. And that same way that you have, now we are going to hold it in a different way. If you have a real like dumbbell like me, you're going to hold one side and you're going to bring it above your head, okay? And we're going to do 10 more. They are different, these 10. What I'm going to do is to bring the arms behind and then back up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now bring that weight down to the side, roll over and press up towards the seat. Good. Now from here, I'm going to move that weight. We are going to use the weights again in a moment, but now we are going to do something else where we use our own weight to work on strength. From here, come into a tabletop position. We're going to do a few undulations first, but we are going to start with the rounded one, the one that we call the cat. So I'm pressing with the hands. And first I'm inhaling in the neutral position, drawing the belly in. And with the exhale, push the floor away, start widening the upper back, draw the belly button in and let the head drop. Then inhale, lift your sitting bones, drop the pelvis, lengthen the spine, send the shoulders back and lift the chin. Exhale again, we push, we turn the opposite way by bringing tailbone down, belly button in, neck falls. One more, inhaling, opening the chest, shoulder blades are moving down your back, and then exhale. Good, back to neutral we go. We are going to go towards the arching motion again, right? So I'm lifting the sitting bones and I'm opening the chest. I'm going to push the floor and I'm going to keep this arch as I tuck the toes under, unless you had them already tucked like me. And then from there, you start coming back up into down dog. Good. When you find that down dog, stretch through the sides, draw the front ribs in, and then come into plank. And in this plank, to work with strength and with weight, we're going to widen the feet a little, and we're going to do this. We're going to tap right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder, right hand to left hip, left hand to right hip. So we are doing 4 taps, okay? Let's go again. Right to left, left to right to left hip, left to right. Got it? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Try to keep the pelvis as centered as you can. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Push back into down dog. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Then bend your knees, hollow your belly, look forward, and then step, hop, or jump to the top of the mat. Relax the trunk there. Take a moment. Press through the feet. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, hands to heart. Take 1 extra breath here. And then release. Good. Before we take on our weights again, keep the feet together, tone your legs. Let's send the arms up overhead. Interlace fingers and reach through your index fingers up. Reach, reach, reach. Send the glutes down. Squeeze them into the midline and send your tailbone down as well. Now lift the belly, lift the chest, and go over to your left side. Side bending, side opening. Keep the chest facing forward. See if you can keep your toes spread out and press into your heels. Lift the belly button back. Push through the feet, come back up. Good. Re-extend, go up, 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 tailbone down, low belly lifting, and we are going over to the right. Good. Now we are stretching the left side, opening up. Tailbone keeps moving down, chest faces forward, and you reach up and over any amount that you can. Then press, come back up, exhale, release, shake it a little. Good. Now I'm going to take 2 weights, so either blocks or cans or anything that you have at home. Okay, feet are a little wider than the hips. Belly is toned, and my shoulder blades, your shoulder blades, they stay connected to the back of your heart or the back of your body. So you don't want to round and this happening when you're holding, okay? So we want to keep that so the chest stays open and we are firming and toning the upper back muscles. This one that we're going to do, it's pretty simple, but not so simple. We keep the belly button in. We are going to bend the knees and send the hips back. Remember, the shoulder blades are staying behind your chest, okay? You're going to go as far down as you can. Then you press through your feet and you come back up. Okay, let's go. For 2, keep the shoulder blades connected, belly button lifting, and back. For 3. 4. 5. 6. We are going to 10. 7. 8. 9. Last one, shoulder blades in, belly button lifting, and up. Good. Shake it a little. You can leave one of the weights out, down, because we're going to use one again. Again, I'm holding from the inside if you have a dumbbell like me. And again, I'm going above my head like we did when we were lying down. But in this one, I'm going to show you like this. In this one, I'm going to bend the elbows and bring that weight behind my head. Now, as I'm doing that, very important that we manage, again, the core. So first of all, you don't want the head dropping forward. You want it to stay above your spine, okay? Fire the glutes, lift that belly, keep the legs super toned, and let's go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, belly in, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the weight in front of you. Take a breath in, breath out. Good. And take your weights again. Now the second one, right? So we have both again. Keep the feet again parallel. They are hip distance apart. Again, you tone through the belly. You bring the shoulder blades into one another. And we stay standing. Now what we are going to do is turn the weights or whatever it is that you're holding to face forward. Bring it towards your shoulders. Push up. Bring it back. Down all the way. And then you turn the palms in again. Okay, that was 1. Let's go for 10. Good. This is number 2. Up, back, all the way, and in. For 3. 4. 'Good job. I'm going to the side. 5, just so you see the movement. 6. 7. Remember, if you need to go slower, you go slower, right? Depending on the weight that you're holding. 8. Keep the abdomen engaged. 9. And last one, 10. Good. Put those weights down, shake it a little. Good. Keep the weights at the top of your mat so you can catch them when we come there. So we do something in a little bit, a mix of the yoga shapes and the weight, okay? So with feet together at the front of the mat, let's inhale, arms up overhead, exhaling to that forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk back, take downward facing dog. Feet together at the back of the mat. Lift the heels over the toes. Push your pelvis up and back. Remember, we are broadening the upper back and lifting the front ribs. Okay. Inhale, right leg goes up. Bend your right knee, bringing the heel towards your hip. That already creates strength. Okay. Lift the belly, bring the knee to the chest, plank pose. And then right foot comes forward in between the hands into that lunging position. Okay, we're going to keep the lunge and take one weight on the left hand. Okay, so it's opposite to the leg that it's in front. You can use your right hand on top of your right thigh and then come up into the lunge. Okay, then that weight that I have, it's going to be sideways. I'm just going to turn so you see it, but I'm just holding it sideways. Okay, and that left shoulder blade, again, it's staying connected to my upper back. Okay, so I'm not letting it drop. It's coming in towards the spine. Okay, and from there, we're going to do 5 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, then come down, put that weight down, put that left hand down, twist to the right. Tuck your right hip in, lengthen through that back leg, reach up and back. Exhale, right hand down, right leg back to plank. Then lower. Then we are taking cobra. Exhale. Up we go, downward facing dog. Got the idea? Now we are going over to the second side. So from down dog, feet together. Hollow the belly, bring your ribs in, lift your heels over the toes. Good, let's go. Left leg up. Bend the left knee, heel is trying to touch the hip. Bring the front ribs in again, knee to chest. Lift that knee a little higher, left foot forward in between the hands. Once you have that, catch one of your weights on your right hand, left hand to your left thigh, and come up. We are in a high crescent. Right shoulder blade is moving into my spine. You can lean a little forward if you want, or even put your forearm in the thigh if you need, okay? Let's go. Keeping that right shoulder blade tucked in, we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Release the weight. Put the right hand down. Twist to your left. Push so you open the chest. Exhale, left hand down. Float the left leg back into a plank. Lower. From there, press with your pubic bone down, extend the legs, send the arms back. Make your palms face each other until you can bring them together. If you cannot, you just keep them parallel, okay? Good, interlacing fingers, bring the shoulder blades into one another. Keep pushing your pubic bone down, fire your glutes, extend the arms. Press with the tops of your feet and lift the chest, lift the chin, extend the arms back. One more breath. Exhale, release the hands, tuck your toes. Up we go, down dog. Good. Then bring your knees down. We are back into a tabletop. And I'm going to invite you now to cross your right leg in front of the left one. And you have one knee in front of the other, okay? And then you bring the shins towards one another. Keeping the hands in front of you, push the floor down and away. And see if you can bring your hips back and down towards your heels. Relax the head. Let the neck become long, the head heavy. Good, and slowly back to the tabletop. We are going to unwrap that right leg and we are going to switch. See if you can bring that left leg in front. If you need help, you can do it with your hands, right? You cross that leg over. My knees are connected or as close as I can with the shins also coming into one another. And then push the floor and see if you can make your sitting bones get closer to your heels. It doesn't matter if they don't come there all the way, okay? Drop the head. One more breath. Good. Then we are returning to the tabletop. Again, we are taking that leg back to its neutral position. We are back into the tabletop. Cross one shin in front of the other. Push yourself back. And we are crossing the legs in front. Good. Now we are coming onto our backs, hugging the knees in, rocking a little bit side to side. Good. And then we're going to add a little bit of extra work here today, okay? So I'm going to bring arms alongside the torso. I'm going to extend the legs up towards the ceiling and then bringing the belly button in and down towards the floor. I'm going to lower my legs a little bit more than halfway, okay? If you feel like you cannot hold the core in with the legs halfway, then you lift them more until you feel you can hold, okay? So from there, we are going to try and lift the head and the upper back, and then we're going to do 10 opening and closing, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then bring the legs up, release the trunk, bring the arms up. I'm pointing towards the ceiling and keeping the legs up again, belly button in. Now we're going to do different 10. I'm going to try to lift my upper back and head to reach towards my toes. Okay, belly is always connected into the spine. Let's go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring the knees to the chest, rock a little. We can feel it. Good. Now, putting your feet down, cross your left leg over the right one. It looks similar to that cross that we did when we were in hands and knees right before this, okay? Arms like a cactus shape. Then shift your pelvis to the left, let the legs drop to the right, and then turn your head over to the left. If the neck doesn't feel good or it feels sensitive, then you keep the head at the center, okay? Try and drop the shoulders, soften the face. Breathing in and out a couple of times. We are coming towards the end. And then we come back to center with the legs, with the head as well. We unwrap that left leg, recenter the body if you need. Cross the right leg over the left one. Shift the pelvis to the right. Relax the shoulders and the head. Let the legs drop to your left. And then bring the head over to the right. Relaxing the eyelids. Your jaws are heavy, the tongue is sleeping on top of your bottom palate. And follow your breath. Back to center, slowly unwrap that right leg, return to the center, bring the soles of your feet together, let the knees drop to the sides and bring your hands to your belly. Just a moment here to reset. 5 breaths. And if you can, as you drop and release, each time you exhale, your body gets heavier, but also stay watchful of the pattern of your breath. After the 5th breath, bring your knees towards one another, extend the legs, and relax the arms to the sides. We have a few more breaths here to go before the end of the practice. So give yourself maybe 4 or 5 more breathing cycles, releasing here a little more. Then we slowly bend the knees, placing the feet on the ground. Extend one arm overhead so you can roll over to the side. Take your time. If you can stay there a little longer, you do. If not, you're pressing slowly back up towards the seat to protect your neck. Thank you guys so much for joining this session in strength. I hope to see you again soon. Have a wonderful weekend. Namaste.